Grace be unto you and peace from God our Father and from the Lord Jesus Christ. I was glad when they said to me, "Let us go into the house of the Lord." I'm Father Steve Sellers, and thank you so much for tuning in to my YouTube channel today for this brief daily message of hope and inspiration. And I do hope and pray that your day is going in a great direction so far, and that you're finding opportunities of joy and inspiration and enlightenment as you go into the day. The Lord quite simply has left his fingerprints all over the place. And it doesn't take much looking to find that he's not only been present, but that he is present, as he is with you and with me. I was just playing a song that was very instrumental and formative in my life, one that Bob Dylan wrote in 1962 called "Blowin' in the Wind." This was a major protest song of those years, and indeed throughout the 1960s. And it's one that's very difficult to penetrate deliberately. Some have said that the lyrics to this song are ambiguously impenetrable because it posits the answer to 9 rhetorical questions that the great poet Dylan wrote. 9 questions that are rhetorical, but the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. And even when Dylan was questioned about those lyrics by reporters and music critics and all, he didn't give a hint other than the fact, hey, it's right there. The answer's there. It's blowing in the wind, which can mean one of two things. It's either so obvious it's hitting you right in the face, or it's so elusive that it passes right by you. The questions are things like, how many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? Or how many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? And it goes on to say, how many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? How many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see? How many ears must one man have before he can hear people cry? And yes, how many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? Massive protest song then. Very formative for me because it posed questions that we were all asking then, and indeed I believe we're all searching for answers. My answers led me in a particular direction, straight to the Lord. There are things that are beyond my comprehension, no matter how much I study, and I get to the point where I have to believe that there is an answer. And to me, the answer isn't blowing in the wind so much as it's right with me every minute of every day. God didn't give us a set of philosophical principles to follow. He gave us his Son. He didn't post 95 theses on the wall like the great Martin Luther did in 1517, triggering the Protestant Reformation. He gave us his Son. He didn't come so that we might understand everything completely. He came to love us through his Son. The answer, as John Lennon answered so persuasively in 1966, in what I think is his response to blowing in the wind, John Lennon wrote, "All you need is love." And indeed, all we do need is love. And love is a person. Love is our God. God is love. And I want to share with you just briefly. I've been reading a lot lately. It's been a difficult week for me doing funerals and burials and seeing people really suffering right now. It's driven me to 1 John chapter 4. I just want to share this with you. The answer isn't just blowing in the wind. The answer comes in a person, and that person is Jesus, who is love incarnate. 1 John chapter 4, verse 16b says this: God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God, and God in him. In this way, love is made complete among us, so that we will have confidence on the day of judgment. Because in this world, we are like him. There is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear, because fear has to do with punishment. The one who fears is not made perfect in love. We love because he first loved us. If anyone says, "I love God," yet hates his brother, he's a liar. For anyone who does not love his brother whom he has seen cannot love God whom he has not seen. And he has given us this command: whoever loves God must also love his brother. Jesus summarized all the laws of Israel by saying the first commandment is to love God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. And the second is equal to it or likened to it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. There is no greater commandments than these. So for me, the answer is not just blowing in the wind. It's not ambiguously impenetrable. It's right here with me. And it has a name. His name is Jesus. And he's with you too, and he loves you. When things start ganging up on you, turn to him. His love is the answer to what our emptiness inside is calling us into. But just remember that he's inside you too. He knows everything about you, and he loves you. And I hope this is a marvelous, wonderful, joyful day for you. God bless you.